Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins to have a hunt through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value. Ideally though, we want some of the missing ones from the book. We need 3 technically, but 2 that we know are out there. England Commonwealth Games is the first one. The scarcest set is the Commonwealth Games. England thankfully not the rarest of the 4 though. Mary Rose, another one that is being a little bit tricksy for us. We have everything else up to and including the Great Fire of London, and then the third one that is kind of sort of maybe a coin that we need to find is the 2021 Britannia, which allegedly went into circulation, but I don't think I know anyone that has found one out in the wild yet. But we could be the first, it could be in this bag, we never know, so let's get into it and see what we find. Okay then, first bag we'll get into. We've had some very good luck recently on the £2 coin hunts. So what do we want? That is technologies. We don't particularly want technologies, they go straight back to the bank. There are some lower minted years, just not low enough that I think they're worthwhile keeping. That's not to say that no one should, because if you want to do that, then that's your prerogative to do so. This is Guy Fawkes Gunpowder Plot, very common, we'll see plenty of those. We've got something coming up. We are continuing with our glut of Shakespeare £2 coins. My goodness gracious me, have we found a lot recently. So, this is Shakespeare's Tragedies, one of the 3 Shakespeares. There's histories and comedies as well. Now, with Tragedies, worth double checking something, because some of them escape them in with the wrong edge inscription. It should say, what a piece of work is a man, but some of them say for king and country, which should have been on the army centenary. You can see piece of work is a man on that one, so that we know has no edge inscription error. They're still slightly over face value though, so they're lovely finds, although they may bankrupt me in terms of the number that I keep during hunts, especially the seeming uptake in the amount of Shakespeares that we've been finding. Ooh, wow, and it's not a year that I've normally seen. So this is the Jersey parishes. We found one fairly recently, to be fair. It was, I'm sure it's a 97, so 2006 is a different year. I am sure that is not a year that I have many, if any, of. So that is a wonderful coin. Naturally, obverse looks a little bit different from the usual circulating stuff that we hunt through, but no. Jersey parishes, obviously you've got all the different icons of all the different parishes of Jersey. That is superb, wow. Well, I don't know offhand what mintages are like for territory coins for different years. I can't retain that kind of information, I'm afraid. I should have a little cheat sheet up on the wall behind the camera, so I look like a Billy Big Brains. Although I'll be constantly going, you'd have to look up my nose as I'm looking up the cheat sheets, but who knows. Maybe I'll get it tattooed on the inside of my eyelids, that'll remind me, won't it? But yeah, Shakespeare's. I've got Shakespeare's on the brain. Jersey parishes. I will take more of them. Ooh, that'd be something. It's Shakespeare Comedies. A coin that I have struggled for many years to find any of, and now that I've moved to rural Wiltshire, which is a bit of a tongue twister that, I seem to have found an absolute ton of them, which is amazing. It helps out my collection. The world's a stage, the whole world's a stage. That's fine. No error on that edge inscription. It is worth noting there are no known gnomes in gardens. There aren't any other confirmed edge inscription errors on the other Shakespeares, but I think it's prudent just to check, just in case. If it can happen to one batch of coins that in 2016, it could happen to 2. So. And at the end of the video, I go through all the other common commemoratives and check their edge inscriptions as well. Speaking of edge inscriptions, let's do an edge hunt. So, standing on the shoulders of giants, Isaac Newton quote, is the edge inscription on the technology. So we want anything other than standing on the shoulders of giants. I see remember, although it looks like a per-member. You see there? How close can we get from focus to work? There. So it does look like a P, doesn't it? This is not an error. This is, as my tour guide, one of the best tour guides the Royal Mint Experience has, Alison, had a great term for it. It's a... Oh, it's just escaped my brain. I'm having an error. Oh, that's really annoying. I had the word, and because I was prattling on innately, it has escaped from my brain. It's of course Guy Fawkes. What was the word? What was the word? An anomaly. An anomaly, I think was the word. So yeah, an anomaly. An error in my mind is something that's like Navy Centenary with the flag error. It holds value. It is sought after. It is something that is desirable. A member Guy Fawkes is an anomaly, and you will see lots of Guy Fawkes that look like they say per member, but they don't. They might do, but they don't. Trinity House there. This is one of my favourite circulating £2 coins. It's just a nice slick design, very common this. You'll see plenty of those out and about. Woo, come on. Nothing else in that bag. Right, come on, we're going to get something amazing. One of the two. One of the two. It's going to happen in this bag, I can feel it. Ooh. Well, it may not be one of the two. Now, Lord Kitchener is an interesting coin. Itself a very common circulating coin. However, there is a Mule error kicking about, which means the obverse doesn't match the reverse on this coin. It should say £2 at the bottom on the obverse, and if we've got the Mule error, it won't. As you can see, it says £2 there. That is not the error that we're after, sadly, but at some point this year we will have the 25 years, quarter of a century of the bimetallic £2 coin, and I'm fairly confident Lord Kitchener was one of those going to be included, so we will have another variant to look for, because obviously with the 50 pences we keep an eye out for those 2019 50 years of 50p strikes, not put in circulation, just made for collector's sets, but it just in case someone has been given or has broken it out and spent the coins from the packs. I thought potentially we might see some of them because people buying the sets for the 2019 dated Kew Gardens as an investment or to sell on, and then instead of selling on the other ones, they've just broken them out and spent them maybe. A bit of a silly thing to do in my mind because they're always going to be worth more than 50 pence, but ours is not to reason why. We found plenty of NIFCs in previous years, although 2022 we are 2 months down and 0 NIFC finds, but it's fine. We could have a whole glut of them towards the end of the year. We have got, oh, I see something else coming up. We'll hide that. Kudos if you've already spotted that and know what that is. Right, Brunel. There's 2 Brunel coins. Brunel's portrait, which is this one. Brunel's achievements. Some of the common coins we keep a tracker of to see how many we find over the course of filling the book. And I think they're tied, level pegging, from the last video, but there we go. Very common coin. Now, what was that? Oh, I tell you what, it's another one that I found more of since I've moved. Ooh, crash bang wallet. London Underground train. Wonderful coin. Beautiful coin. Over face value. Definitely a keeper. One of two again. London Underground train and London Underground Roundel 2. But no, wonderful coins. And to be fair, at my new work, which I'm sure you all know now, and I'm now employed to make videos for the Britannia Coin Company. If you haven't checked out the videos, we've got a few videos out now. Go check out our channel for sure. There was a box I was rummaging through which had the come back to that moment, which had the dual set silver proof London Underground Roundel and train, and they are very nice coins. Now then, Your Majesty, what's going on here? She looks a little bit like she's been stung by bees. This here is a fake £2 coin. You hear that slight change in the sound? Clink, 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 clink. Clonk, 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 clonk. Fake coin. Oh, there we go. I keep the fakes though. Lots of people ask me what I do with my fakes. I have a box of oddities, which I stick all of these interesting coins in, especially if they're not like an error, but they're an anomaly, which I quite like, or something that just like something that jumps out and makes me think, oh, that's quite nice, but it's not a keeper per se. So like it's been an interesting coloration to it or toning to it, I might keep it in my oddities box. This is the steam locomotive Trevithick, if you can get your tongue around that word, which I can just about do now. Practice, practice, practice. I can even say magnanimity now. Imagine if I'd said it wrong then. Here we've got DNA double helix. This is a very common coin. It's a beautiful design though. Really nice, intricate design. I might even have that one in silver. I can't remember. I bought some of the backdated old silver-proof £2 coins because they were relatively inexpensive to add to my hoard. Obviously with a few notable exceptions, but we'll get back on that at some point. The one I was keeping an eye out for was the Shakespeare trilogy in silver-proof. I was keeping an eye on a whole bunch of them, and then I found one that was dirt cheap, and I thought, wow, that's so cheap. Why is that so cheap? And I can't remember, one of the 3 coins had horrendous toning on the obverse, so I was like, nah, don't want it. Wireless technologies, wireless transmissions, Marconi, any of the above. Fairly common coin again. Aha, Lord Kitchener returns. Right, get ready to hee-haw, Mr. Kitchener, because you are going to be a mule error. Sadly not. Sometimes you got to just will these things into existence. I did it with the Kew Gardens once, didn't I say? NIFC £2 coin. I will keep talking about that because, again, we will manifest it. I keep mentioning that I would love to find a... what's it called? NIFC £2 coin. Not intended for circulation. No commemorative £2 coin struck after 2016's Great Fire of London has been minted with the intention to put in circulation. So if I want any of those, if the coin gods are listening, I'd really like to find a Frankenstein, my favourite £2 coin. Trevithick again, down there, and then we've got the second of the 2 Brunel coins, Brunel's Arches, the achievements at Paddington Station. Pop that just down there, just below Brunel's portrait. Got a rocketing through bags, we've still got 5 or 6 more to go, so we've still got plenty of time to find something amazing. What else would be quite cool, because I know others have done it, finding one of the old single metal £2 coins. Obviously not meant to be in circulation anymore, but again would be a really nice find, even if it's a really common one like I don't know, the 96 football. Brunel's portrait again there, adding another point on the trackers, counters, tallies, whatever you'd like to call them. But of course, with the 25 years of the £2 coin, we're getting a new Frankenstein, which is my favourite £2 coin, possibly my favourite coin, full stop. So I'm very excited to get my hands on that set. Whether I spend a bit more and get the silver-proof sets as well. The problem is that will add up and will be quite an expensive outlay. So I'm not 100% sure whether that's something I'm going to get, because I didn't with the 50 years of 50 pence set. There's only 2 sets of that though. But again, my brain that wants all of everything, especially now that I get to work with some very nice gold-proof coins, as you'll have seen in the videos over on the Britannia Coin Company's channel. I apologise if I keep talking about it. I'm still quite excited about it because it is, as my video week before said, it is my dream job, so I will keep talking to anyone that will stand still long enough to listen. Right, last penultimate bag, we're going to do an edge inscription hunt. Oh, what's this down the bottom? What does that say? What does it say? Is it upside down? Ah, yes, it says the Mariner. Oh, aiding the Mariner, that'll be Trinity House, the lighthouse. There we go. And anything else? I think I did see something like that one there. Into one kingdom. Oh, the Act of Union. There we go. We haven't had that one today, so it adds to the variety. Any more for any more? Or are we all just shoulders of giants? Yeah, looks like it's just standing on the shoulder of giants. We'll flick through just to be doubly sure we haven't missed anything. Nope. Well. We're on to the last bag of the hunt. We've had some nice finds though. We can't grumble at the results. Not adding anything new to the book unless something appears in this last bag. For those of you that have watched this far in the video, you'll all know that this is the Army Centenary. A very common coin, but again, not all we've had today. You can catch me on Discord. There is a link in the description to come and join that if you so wish. If you're not on Discord, you can also get me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and there's a PO box you can write into as well. PO box address hasn't changed yet. It's all being rerouted. Don't worry about that. In due course, it will change, but I am still getting all my PO box mail. Right, we finish off with another Army Centenary. Now I'm going to check the coins off to the side for any rotation errors, rotations and age inscriptions on the commemoratives as well. Age inscriptions and rotations all checked. Nothing to add to the roster, unfortunately. In terms of a star find, though, just because it's a fake as well. Woo, come back. We'll add that in as an option too. Although I would potentially lean towards the Jersey parishes, because like the year 2006, I have no idea if that's a scarce one or not, but I'm excited that it's not a 1997, although I would be equally excited if it's a 97 as well, because they're still beautiful, fairly low minted coins to find anyway, compared to anything else that's minted in the UK in terms of £2 coins, but we're getting sidetracked anyway. So let me know down in the comments which is your favourite coin from today's video. All that leads me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!